G'day everyone, it's Engelo Rumora here. I'm your favorite Australian and the real estate dingo, bringing you another awesome vlog. And today I'm talking about this. What are the most common roadblocks when investing in real estate? Let's get it started. So guys, through my investment journey, I've always hit one of these roadblocks and then I've hit it again and again, and it's just been a never-ending cycle. And to be honest with you, even to this day, I still don't feel that I've hit that snowball effect where everything is just running smoothly. So I'm not necessarily going to go into the solutions of all of these roadblocks. I'm just going to share some of them with you. So this blog is probably going to be more suited for some of the inexperienced investors that are just looking to get started in real estate, or even the investors that have already started, have bought a few properties, and they're just at the beginning of their journey. But ultimately, guys, and of course, I guess it's dependent also on the specific industry or niche that you're looking at undertaking when it comes to real estate investing. But look, at the end of the day, there's always going to be things that are gonna set you back, and you're gonna have to figure out. You're gonna have to adjust. You're gonna have to change direction. But as long as you keep pushing forward, guys, you will eventually get bigger, better, and you will succeed. Okay, so don't let these roadblocks bring you down and make you give up, because there's no such thing as giving up. You always have to keep going, moving forward. Okay, so pretty much, look, the first one that I've come across many times, I guess especially when I first started my investment journey, and that is I have the deal, but I don't have the money. Okay, I was very good at finding a lot of properties, and negotiating very hard, but I had limited amounts of capital. So I couldn't buy all of these properties. And being the non-believer that I am when it comes to leverage, I missed out on a lot of opportunities. But rightly so. I didn't want to use leverage. I just wanted to use my own money. That was my belief. That was my stance. So I had the deals, but I didn't have the money to acquire them. Then, later on, I flipped a few properties, made a bit of money. I was busy project managing rehabs, working with investors. So all of a sudden, I have all of this money in my account, but I don't have any deals. Okay, because I kind of slowed down all of my, acquisition efforts, yellow letter campaigns, prospecting on Craigslist, Facebook, looking at the MLS, auction websites. So all of a sudden I've got all this money sitting in my account, but I don't have the deals. I can't find them. So once again, as an entrepreneur and as a business owner, you're wearing so many hats. There are so many fires. You're just going from one fire to the other. So then, of course, I start looking for deals. Another roadblock that I have stumbled across many times is, especially in the turnkey industry, because I've got a turnkey company, is we would have a renovated and tenanted property, but we wouldn't have any buyers. So that was also a big problem, because now you're sitting on inventory, and to continue the operation flowing and going and the business growing, well, if you're sitting on inventory for too long, everyone's at a standstill, because in a turnkey business, guys, it all starts with that sale. You sell a property, you get revenue, then the people can get paid to do the property management, because we have in-house property management, and then it just kind of funnels downwards, right? So it's very important. Sales, guys, are the livelihood to every single business. Don't forget that. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you make in other departments. If you are selling and you're selling well, you can subsidize those or absorb those losses because of the sales, so you can cover whatever you need to cover, make good on your promise to investors, and fix the problems that are going within your business. I was once told to drive revenue and keep costs at an absolute minimum. That is the most important thing in a business that it's in its infancy stages. So drive revenue, push sales, and keep costs at an absolute minimum. No $1,000 office desks, okay? So guys, just repeating everything. I had the deals, but I didn't have the money. Then I had the money, but I didn't have the deals. And then I had the finished product, as in the inventory, but I didn't have any buyers. And where I kind of find myself now is I've got the money, I've got the deals, I've got the buyers, I've got the finished product, as in the inventory, but I am missing the operations, okay? So that's kind of another key element, guys, to your success is to make sure that you have the operations in check, that you have systems, processes, manuals. If you're looking at building a business, all of these things have to be in order. The people that you are employing, they need to know what they need to do. And then if they don't know what they're doing, it can just end up being an absolute disaster. Of course, we're talking about actually growing a business here, but I think the same thing will be for a lot of you investors out there that aren't necessarily looking to run various companies. Even if you're just looking to fix and flip 3, 4, 5 properties every single year, that still takes an operation. And I do believe that you will still need some kind of process in place for doing certain things. It could be acquisitions. If you're sending out yellow letters, do you really want to be doing all of the work yourself, or do you want to potentially outsource that, right? I know a lot of wholesalers that send a lot of yellow letter campaigns. They work with a lot of virtual assistants that can systemize that entire process for them, right? So even down to just acquisitions, you are able to potentially systemize it so you don't have to do the work yourself. And that can also go when it comes to project management and rehabs. There are various ways of keeping your contractors accountable for the work that they're doing through online platforms where they can take a photo of a specific item and upload that so you can make sure that they're honest and that they're doing what they said they will be doing. So all of these things need to have checks and balances too, right? And I can go on and on and on here, guys. But ultimately, that's kind of the icing on the cake in a negative way, is that operational side of things. I think that's the hardest thing to master, and I think it takes the longest time to master. But there are stages in your real estate investment cycle where you will hit any one of these points multiple times. Even sometimes to this day, we still hit a certain one. I'll give you an example. We just had a frenzy of investors over the last 6 weeks, sold out of every single property, and now we're kind of lacking inventory again a little bit. So we need to put a pedal to the metal to go out and acquire more properties to meet the demand. So look, it's just a cycle. It's real estate. I am personally looking forward to one day hitting the snowball effect, as I like to call it, where it just keeps rolling down that hill and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and better. Because guys, if you aren't growing, you are dying. Movement is life. Stillness is death. I think I just read that in a little book that I'm reading on Stoicism. So hey, what are some roadblocks that you have come across in your real estate endeavors? What are some roadblocks that you are afraid that you might come across if you haven't started yet? Comment below. I'd love to help you out. I'd love to hear from you. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Engelo Rumora. I'm your favorite Australian and the real estate dingo. I'll catch you in the next vlog.